This video examines the pronunciation that Benjamin Kantor, author of A Short Guide to the Pronunciation of New Testament Greek, recommends for New Testament Greek. His recommendation is a pronunciation system based on the way Greek was supposedly pronounced in the Iudαίο-Παλαιστινιακή region during New Testament times. Kantor calls this pronunciation historical Kαινή Greek pronunciation, although he probably pronounces Kαινή differently. Notably, at the end of his guide, Kantor recommends as well the Neo-Hellenic modern Greek pronunciation for New Testament Greek. In fact, Kantor equates the Judeo-Palestinian-based historical Kαινή Greek pronunciation with the Neo-Hellenic modern Greek pronunciation in terms of benefits to the learner. Thus, according to Kantor, learners of New Testament Greek can be recipients of the same benefits whether they use the historical Kαινή Greek pronunciation or the Neo-Hellenic pronunciation. First, let's see what those benefits are and then assess how they apply to each of the two pronunciation systems. According to Kantor, one benefit is that Kαινή Greek has been and is regularly recited in Greek Orthodox churches as part of the liturgy to this day. Another benefit is that plenty of Greek scholars regularly publish linguistic work on classical and Kαινή Greek and always have in modern Greek. Another benefit: anyone using a historical Kαινή Greek pronunciation system or a Neo-Hellenic modern Greek pronunciation system will have this invaluable resource wide open to them from the very beginning of their Greek study. Their study of Kαινή or New Testament Greek will offer them a head start rather than a hindrance in learning to speak with Greeks. Finally, another benefit is that using a historical or Neo-Hellenic pronunciation of Kαινή Greek for New Testament Greek will open up the countless linguistic and cultural resources which will prove invaluable for growing in one's understanding of New Testament Greek and Greek in general. Personally, I feel that in order for one to become a recipient of these benefits, including opportunities to converse with Greeks, he or she must be in Greece or within an environment that is Greek in character. Under such circumstances, that person would naturally need to adhere to the Neo-Hellenic pronunciation. The question then arises, if the two pronunciation systems Kantor recommends are quite similar, why not keep the Neo-Hellenic pronunciation, which is directly associated with those benefits, and drop the other? On the flip side, If the two pronunciation systems are substantially different, how could benefits of this nature even be associated with a Judeo-Palestinian based pronunciation of Greek? Let's then examine Kantor's Judeo-Palestinian based historical Keni Greek pronunciation and compare it with the Neo-Hellenic pronunciation. We will concentrate on the key differences between the two pronunciation systems. On the left side of this page, we see 4 Greek letters and their International Phonetic Alphabet IPA symbols that indicate what sounds these letters represent according to Kantor's Judeo-Palestinian pronunciation of Greek. On the right, we see the same Greek letters and IPA symbols that show what sounds these letters represent in Neo-Hellenic. Let's look at number 1, Vita. According to Kantor, in Judeo-Palestinian, Vita stands for a voice bilabial fricative sound, meaning that as this sound is formed in the mouth, air exits between the lips. In Neo-Hellenic, Vita represents a labiodental sound, meaning that it is produced while the lower lip is against the upper teeth. The letter Vita stands for the sound V, as in victory. Number 2, Phi. This is the voiceless equivalent of Vita. In Judeo-Palestinian, during the articulation of this sound, the air exits between the lips. In Neo-Hellenic, it is a labiodental sound, F, as in fire. Number 3, Kantor says that in Judeo-Palestinian, Ita stands for the sound E. In Neo-Hellenic, Ita is the sound E as in ski. This is a very significant difference between the two pronunciation systems. Let's go now to number 4. In Judeo-Palestinian, Ypsilon stands for an E sound formed with the lips rounded, Ü. In Neo-Hellenic, Ypsilon is E like Ita. Number 3. Number 5. Omicron iota in Judeo-Palestinian is the same as Ypsilon, number 4. That is, an E sound but with the lips rounded. In Neo-Hellenic, this vowel digraph, like Ita, stands for the sound E as in ski. Number 6. In this vowel digraph, as well as the next 2 digraphs, Ypsilon is a voiced bilabial fricative before vowels and voiced consonants, and a voiceless bilabial fricative before voiceless consonants. The same applies to Neo-Hellenic, except that the voiced Vita and voiceless Phi are formed with the lower lip against the upper teeth. Number 7. The same applies to this vowel digraph. In Judeo-Palestinian, Ypsilon is either a voiced or a voiceless bilabial fricative, whereas in Neo-Hellenic, it is either a voiced or a voiceless labiodental fricative. And number 8, the same principle applies to Ita Ypsilon. Notably, however, in Judeo-Palestinian, this digraph, Ita Ypsilon, is pronounced the same way as number 7. In Greek, Ita Ypsilon is a labiodental. Greek has 20 phonemes, 15 consonant phonemes represented by these letters, and 5 vowel phonemes represented by these letters. In Neo-Hellenic, vita and phi, as well as the epsilon of the 3 vowel digraphs, are labiodentals, not bilabials. Omicron iota and epsilon are E, not rounded U. And ita is an E sound, not E. In summary, the IPA symbols in columns A and B on this table show the key differences between the Judeo-Palestinian and the Neo-Hellenic pronunciation of the Greek letters that are listed on the left. The differences between the two pronunciation systems are both significant and comparatively numerous. In light of the differences between Kantor's theoretical Judeo-Palestinian-based Keni Greek pronunciation and the Neo-Hellenic pronunciation, and the fact that Kantor presents the two pronunciation systems as options, one would hardly expect a learner of Greek who is desirous of said benefits to opt for a pronunciation of New Testament Greek other than that of Neo-Hellenic. As for the term historical, it must be said in closing that the Neo-Hellenic phonemic sounds are not modern or new, but historical. They are the meaningful sounds that have traversed through many centuries and are preserved in today's Greek. Neo-Hellenic, therefore, uses the historical phonemic sounds collectively referred to as historical Greek pronunciation, HGP, not to be confused with Kantor's historical Keni Greek pronunciation. To recap, it must be said here that, first, the aforementioned benefits cannot be associated with an alternative pronunciation to Neo-Hellenic, and second, such benefits draw their true value from the fact that no pronunciation comes closer to the historical phonemic sounds of mainstream Keni Greek than Neo-Hellenic.